Hello, everybody, and welcome to GarageCam on NASCAR.com. It's Sprint Cup Series GarageCam, and we're rolling here and showing you the fans and what else. Who is walking behind this mass of fans? I believe it is a fan favorite, Bobby Labonte. We got a guy even carrying a tire. It's pretty interesting here. A mob scene here. Bobby Labonte getting crowded by some fans here in the little fan area. If you've never been to Daytona International Speedway here, a beautiful kind of courtyard environment here where you can hang out, get a little mist blowing on you on a hot day. You can get your favorite grilled sausages or an ice cold beverage right outside the garage area, and then you can get a beautiful view of the garage. Well, hey everybody, this is Matthew Dillner, your host of GarageCam, walking into the NASCAR garage, giving you an all-access tour of the garage.
Hey, GarageCam! Hey! Daytona!
We got some fans here enjoying themselves here as we hit the NASCAR garage and give you that all-access tour that only we can here on GarageCam, right through gate 410 here in Daytona Beach. If you're new to the show, get in that chat room that you see on your right. If you're watching this live, you see that chat room. Get in there. Tell us who you are, where you're from, what you want to see here, and let's not be boring. Let's have some fun. This is a show on NASCAR.com driven by you, the fans. All right, first car, Scott Speed, the number 95 entry. Levine Family Racing entry here. Expect some big things out of Scott Speed. Ran really well the last plate track that they were at. Wonder who was first in the interactive chat, interactive garage today. Let's find out. We got our Sprint tablet here. Check this out. Our little Sprint tablet here. And we're going to look for it, see who is the first one in there. We're going to find out for you. Because we always love to give this sort of shout-out reward to the first person. Hey, check it out. We get our first driver spotting of the day. And today it goes to Josh Wise. What's up, Josh? How you doing, man?
Good.
Going for a stroll? You going to weigh in? What are you doing?
Going to weigh in.
Tell the fans what that's about, because it's like we always see the scales with the cars, but you actually have to weigh in the driver.
Have to weigh in the driver. They set the car weights based on different increments of driver weight. So I think it's 20-pound increments. So some guys that are close to the threshold try to put on a few pounds to just kind of tip the scale.
Have you been eating any cheeseburgers there or anything? Or
I can't get there. My next threshold is 180.
I could give you some advice if you want some advice. So, all right, man. You have a good day.
Thanks, guys.
Josh Wise going to weigh in by the scales there. Oh, we have too much fun here on GarageCam, don't we? We just saw Travis Quapple walking over there a moment earlier before GarageCam started. Here's Michael McDowell's car, the number 98 machine. MLB, you were the first person in the interactive garage here on GarageCam on NASCAR.com. So, hey, kudos to you for making it in there first. Here's a car that, of course, knows victory lane here at Daytona International Speedway very well because it was a legendary win for young Trevor Bayne. What a storybook race that was for them and this Wood Brothers entry. If you know anything about NASCAR, stock car, auto racing, you know the name the Wood Brothers. Whether you cut your teeth in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, at places like Bowman Gray Stadium, or on the Cup circuit at the big tracks here like Daytona International Speedway, the 21 has been part of it all since the start of NASCAR. There's the number 87 car of Joe Nemechek. RoyaltyCollection.com. Hey, pretty new. Good to see some sponsors on board this underdog team here of Joe Nemechek. And you see that kind of little no-slip deal on the back of the bumper there. Anticipating some bumping and some pushing here. Hey, there they go. It's good to see some sponsors. There you go, on the Joe Nemechek car here live on NASCAR.com. Josh Wise, we just talked to Josh Wise. He's going to weigh in. Well, his car is weighing in right now for this crew out front. They're looking at the scale pads as we speak and making some adjustments All the adjustments throw all the different weight off, the cross weight, the left side weight. So every little tweak you make can make or break that race car as far as the balance of that machine. Here is Travis Quapple's number 93 machine. He was just weighing in just a short time ago. Looking behind me, behind the camera, I don't see Quap. What up? Quap, I guarantee you, was pounding whoppers in attempts to make heavier weight across the scale. He loves to pound whoppers. Hey folks, it's Landon Castle's number 33 right here. Here's the 32 of Texas Terry Levante's car. And hey, check it out, it's Dale Earnhardt Jr. Swiftly walking and making his way through the Cup Series garage here. Fans chasing, he's stopping for a little autograph and a picture with a youngster. Always love to see that. One of the swift walkers, as I put it. Probably if we had to judge speeds, I would say Jamie McMurray is probably the swiftest walker we have in Cup right now. Dale Earnhardt Jr. might be second. Hey, CJ right here. This is our audio guy, CJ, and that's our buddy Harry, the microphone. Harry, the microphone. Let's get that in so close where it makes the bristles, the little hair move on there. Turn up your speakers. Oh yeah, baby. That's the sound of horsepower here in the NASCAR garage, and we like to give you that sound as close as we can. Check it out. It's JJ Yaley.
How you doing?
What's up, JJ?
I'm doing good. How are you doing today?
Not too bad, live here on GarageCam, and getting ready to do an interview here with NASCAR. Lots of interviews all around JJ Yaley.
Yes.
This week. I mean, there's a lot of speculation as to what you're going to do with your hair and what you're going to do on the racetrack. JJ, talk to me about today's outlook.
There's no speculation about my hair. It just sticks up.
It's just amazing.
And we have a special patriotic paint scheme this weekend. It's been designed by a retired Marine who is a quadriplegic. And the fact that Gold Corral has decided to go ahead and let us do this paint scheme is the first time since they've been in NASCAR that they've done something special. And to do it on July 4th weekend is really, really cool. So, the same rules apply. We have kids eat free on the car, so if I can log in a top 10 finish on Saturday, kids under age of 10 will eat free on Monday. So we're shooting for the best.
If you finish in the top 10, can I eat free at Gold
You
Corral?
cannot. When they see you come in the door, they get a little worried.
JJ, have a good day. We're going to look at that paint scheme right now. We got to give a shout out to Golden Corral for doing that. Pretty cool thing with this Tommy Baldwin racing machine here, the number 36. And look at that beautiful patriotic paint scheme here on board the number 36 this weekend. Golden Corral, Camp Corral. Pretty neat deal here. Design paint scheme on this number 36 machine. All right, there it is. Top 10 for JJ Yaley, and kids like CJ eat for free. Hey, there's the other Burger King entry, David Rudiman's car right here, the number 83 machine, another Burger King Toyota. And check out this lean one, number 30. We're talking about Burger King and weighing in. Not very lean, but I'll tell you what, this car is certainly lean. Oshmabe. Oh, it's Josh Mabe. Josh Mabe, 6913. You want to see the 30 car of David Stremme and want to see his helmet. And tell him I said good luck today. So we'll go see that. Here's David Stremme. What's up, buddy?
I'm happy to see Matt Dillner back here.
Thanks,
Matt,
man. I'll give you $20.
For you fans, no, hang on. For you fans out there, Matt is a big enthusiast of short track racing like I am. And I seen he did some awesome pictures of Metrolina Speedway. So, and I don't know, turn the camera around. They got to see you.
Why? Nobody wants to see this
Well,
guy.
anyways. Matt, we have Monday. Besides, we got the Lean 1 Toyota here. But Monday, we go to Milwaukee. And they have 82 late models right now. Monday and Tuesday.
And I'm not going.
Are you kidding me?
No, it was on my bucket list to go this year, but I don't have a flight.
You a flight. Oh,
if you get me a flight, I'm in.
I can get you a flight. We can leave Monday, and we'll come back Tuesday night.
My wife will kill me, but that's okay.
Well, all
She'll
you
get
have
over
to do
it.
is find yourself a place to stay, but I can get you a flight.
I might be able to do that.
I'm dead serious. So you all heard it here. we can get him a flight. But it's going to be a big short track race, and then.
Are you going to fly though? Are you going to be the one flying?
Riding,
God, I'm not getting
this
in
is
that
the thing. I'm riding with Kyle Busch's team up there, so we'll go get Kyle and
so I'll be in the cargo bay, right? I hope.
Yeah,
I'll do that. I'll do anything.
And
to
then
get there.
somehow Schrader talked me into. Last week we were talking during the rain delay. I'm gonna go spot for him for the dirt race at Eldora. So.
Oh, nice.
I bet that'll be a lot of fun. So I'm glad to see you here at the track because the garage cam comes around and I'm like, hold on here, because Matt and I will talk about short track racing and different things, whether it's dirt or asphalt or like the modified that went out of the park into the trees. Where was that at?
I'm trying to remember.
Pierce, I think it was.
Yeah.
Anyway, I see the northeast area. I got to ask Matt a little more as we go there next week. I'll ask him about some places, but I'm glad he's back, and hopefully y'all will get a better perspective. Not that the last guy was doing any bad, but I think Matt does a pretty good job.
Well, thank you. I'm going to pay you $20 for that later. But hey, this Lean 1 machine right here, we have a fan of yours that just hopped in our interactive garage and wanted to say hi to David Stremme, Josh Mabe, but he wanted to see your helmet. Do you have a cool helmet, or is it kind of?
I'm a very simple guy.
Oh, it's okay. This is for Josh Mabe. Josh Mabe is a fan on GarageCam. Wanted to see the helmet of David Stremme.
I have a very flat black, just Swan Racing, that's it. And this helmet is a new Simpson helmet that I switched to earlier in the year. Simpson does a great job at the impact testing and all the other stuff, so I switch helmets, and that's all I wear. It's just a real basic one. Maybe I should have tear-offs on it. I feel a little more.
Feel a little more at home. All right, David Stremme, thanks for joining us on GarageCam, buddy.
Coming by.
All the time here. The number 30 car, Lean 1 machine. David Stremme always talking to his fans here on GarageCam. We like that. As we look behind us, J.J. Ellie. This is Dave Blaney's car, but J.J. Ellie doing some interviews with Claire B. Lang of Sirius XM Radio, and this is his teammate, the number 7 car of Dave Blaney. Florida Lottery on board. A different paint scheme here for Dave Blaney, so you Dave Blaney fans might have to look a little extra harder for that number 7, but hey, you might not have to look that hard at all, because Dave Blaney, when it comes to restrictor plate races, should be up on the list. If you watch our NASCAR fantasy show, Fantasy Showdown on NASCAR.com, this is a guy that I would say would be a guy to put on your team possibly. Dave Blaney, really good here at these plate racetracks. Speaking of good on plate racetracks, here's a guy that basically took the underdog win of the year. One of the best stories this year, David Reagan in this peanut patch car, the number 34. This crew right now shining this machine, waxing it. Little green boiled peanuts, as they would say. Not boiled, but boiled. Beautiful machine. I'll tell you what, this crew has to have a little extra giddy up in their step. Is he trying to wash your face? What's the deal? What is he doing?
His face, not mine.
He's trying to wash his face? Yeah. You missed a spot.
Yeah. It's all right there.
Crew having a good time, but what a beautiful story this was earlier this year at Talladega, this 34 team. Like I said, they've got to have a lot of giddy up in their step now. Every time they come back to one of these restrictor plate tracks, the way this team performed there, and David Gillen pushing him to the finish, teammate, absolutely wonderful story. Mark, let's see the 48, and hey, speaking of David Gillen, the 38. Mark, this is the car that you want to see, the Long John Silver's number 38 here of D. Gilly. The Ford Fusion. And hey, we have David Gillen. Here's David Gillen right here. A little surprise visit. What's up, man? How you doing? Pretty good, pretty good. You got to love coming back to these plate tracks, especially the last time you were on the plate track. It was just awesome.
Yeah, it was a good day for us.
Now you just want one more spot, right?
That's right, one more. Yep, we got. I already talked to David. We're going to do the flip-flop if we can, hopefully. So we'll see. But yeah, definitely excited. You know, Dave and I both have the same cars we brought back. I think same motor, same everything. So hopefully it'll be good. I think you know, it's a crapshoot when you come to these places. You got to be there at the end, but. I think obviously we have cars capable of doing it, and so that's a good feeling.
And it's got to give you a little extra bounce in your step when you walk into a place like this, right?
For sure. So yeah, both David and I, we went to breakfast this morning, and you know, working on as much of a plan as you can come to a place like this. But we'll be fine. But yeah, we are very excited. Definitely a lot of pep in our step walking in the garage. Hopefully we can have it when we leave on Saturday night. That'll be the key.
Well, hopefully we're talking to you afterwards Saturday night. David Gilliland, see you, buddy. Here on GarageCam, David Gilliland. Expect some good things from him, too. Hey, we saw fans mobbing this driver before. Bobby Labonte. Bobby Labonte, of course, his consecutive starts mark was erased the other week. But still a very big fan favorite here in this garage area is Bobby Labonte in this Scott's Products number 47. You've seen him in this car, a little bit in the 51 James Finch car. We're about halfway through GarageCam right now. And we have to go over here to a car that I think is going to do rather well this weekend. Danica Patrick, I know this is a place that she is most certainly circling on her calendar here at Daytona. Ran so well when we were here in February for Speed Weeks. Danica, this number 10 car with a start with .us on the front. A little different look, a little patriotic scheme. She always has the patriotic hat, though. We'll give you a look at the helmet of Miss Danica Patrick. And there's the Geico crew. Sawzall is out. They're working on something, I think, with the right side window bracing right now on this number 13 Geico car. As we pass it by here, the number 13 of Casey Mears. Booty Barker, crew chief, right here. They're looking, the NASCAR officials are looking at the right side, and they're just probably fabricating a little brace, making a little adjustment. And hey, we have to show you something really cool. This is a paint scheme that I dig, and I gotta show you. Kurt Busch had the really cool paint scheme over the Nationwide Series. But this right here, wow, this is pretty cool. I want everybody in GarageCam to marinate on this for a little bit. Do you realize what this paint scheme is? Ask yourself that question. If you don't know, look up the number 51 Neil Bonnet Country Time Lemonade machine. And this is a mock scheme based off of that. That is the closest I've seen to the Country Time Lemonade number 51 in a long time. A.J. Allmendinger is behind the wheel of this number 51, of course. Won at the road course at Road America. Elkhart Lake, what a great win that was. He was in a Penske ride for that Nationwide Series triumph. Juan Pablo Montoya's car. I'll tell you what, Juan Pablo has kind of turned things around this season. His 42 car has been something you've been hearing a lot about lately. That's because they've been running up front, the number 42 Target machine. All right, the garage area here is kind of big. So we got a lot of ground to cover. We're halfway through GarageCam, a tick past halfway, and we're not halfway through the garage. You know what that means? I got to hustle. Look at this guy hustling. Look at the sweat rolling down. Man, it is hot. That guy was leaking. I got a little leaking going on, too, behind the backpack here that we're wheeling here around the garage area to give you a good perspective of the NASCAR garage. Following Christine Curley, Jimmy Johnson's PR person, right in front of us. And up in the disc. Hey, what's up? What's up, T-Bane?
How are you, man?
What you doing?
Getting in the car.
Getting ready to get in that 21. T-Bane going over from the Nationwide Series garage, a double dipper. And we're walking along with Clint Boyer here, signing some autographs here. What's up, CB? What do you want to keep it? We don't.
I was gonna steal you. Did I sign your card?
Yeah, you can keep
All right, here you go.
You stealing somebody's Sharpie?
I thought about it because I don't have one, but how you doing?
Good, Clint. I like the new suit. Kind of a new look. Do you feel like a new man?
You gotta be careful in white though.
Why is that? Oh, getting stains on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a dirt track guy, that's not good. All right, see you, buddy. CB, having a little fun. You never know what you're going to talk about when you're walking alongside a guy like Clint Boyer. Well, NASCAR officials looking at some of the roof flaps on these race cars. We saw that over there, and now we see this with crew chief Paul Wolf and company. Some adjustments being made. Grinder is out towards the rear of the car. Brad Keselowski looking over the shoulder of the NASCAR officials and crew chief Paul Wolf as they tweak on the roof flap of this machine. Just about 15, 20 minutes before practice, so this has got to bring the stress level of this team up a little bit, because usually at this point everybody is ready to go, ready to get in their race cars. Here's the 48 machine of Jimmy Johnson. Carl Edwards in the number 99. You saw the beautiful 15 machine right here. Look at this peak on board, blue and white paint scheme. Clint Boyer asking the crew if he needs to weigh in. Yeah, he does. Here's the number 29 car of Kevin Harvick as we kind of scroll through the garage here. Lots of work being done to the roof flaps of these cars right now. If you look here, Jason Ratcliffe's crew, his boys going to work on the roof flaps on this number 20 machine right now. You hear a lot of grinders out in the background here in the Cup garage right now. Lots of action going on here. Right side window out of this car right now as they work on that roof flap. You see Jason Ratcliffe right there with his hands on the flap, checking out the movement of that flap. It looks like they're all good. The number 88 car, another Joe Gibbs Racing entry over here that it looks like they may be working on the same thing. The grinder is out. The NASCAR officials are here. Hey, check it out. It's Martin Truex. Martin Truex Jr. What's up, man? I haven't seen you since the big win. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah,
but here at Daytona, and obviously you probably had a lot of giddy up in those steps since that Sonoma win, haven't you?
Definitely. It's steamy here, though. It's going to be interesting. It'll be a hot weekend, but looking forward to it. We've got an awesome paint scheme on our Napa Batteries Toyota.
Little patriotic thing, or what you got? What do you got?
Intrepid Fallen Heroes, and everybody text 27722. They text Napa to 27722.
Awesome.
And donate $10 to Intrepid Fallen Heroes. It's a very, very cool thing that Napa's doing, so everybody go check it out at napaonline.com.
Awesome. Martin Truex, you have a good one, buddy. We'll go check out that scheme since Martin Truex told us about it. Nice of Martin to stop. The Mayetta, New Jersey native. Oh, yeah, that is pretty cool with a little camouflage, digital camo on the front of this number 56 Napa Toyota. Michael Waltrip Racing, and yes, some work being done on the roof flaps of these machines. This roof flap is up too. We got the grinder out right back there. Jeff Gordon out here. Let's give you a look at some of this scenery right here and let you marinate on everything that's going on right here. It's a busy, busy garage area. A little tweak, a little adjustment right there, and we are back here on NASCAR.com. And let's go into the pit area of the number 16 car right here. What do you want us to do? Zoom in on Buzz's butt? What's up, buddy? Let's do a garage cam, walking around. A lot of grinders out.
Say hi to Tweak. Tweak just had a kid.
Hi, Tweak. Congratulations. A lot of work going on these cars right now. Kyle Busch walking to his car. Man, a lot of crews busy at work. I'm looking at the back of Kyle Busch's car right now, and they have some lead weight out that they are drilling a hole through, likely going to mount that inside the number 18 race car. And there is Kyle, sitting on a stack of tires, sunglasses on, after nationwide practice. The fan isn't on. I think he needs the fan. We all need the fan. All right, so we're trying to find out what's going on with these roof flaps, and I guess there's a spacer in there. And NASCAR is wanting some of the teams to have solid spacers in there. So that's what's going on apparently here with some of these roof flaps being open and the big commotion here in the garage. We'll try to get to the bottom of what that really is here. But I would imagine if they're wanting the spacers to be solid, that possibly some of these teams don't take this as fact, but possibly some of these teams might be using spacers that have a little flex in them, which would allow maybe the roof flaps to flex down a little bit. That could be the only thing that I could think of right here, but we will try to find out, likely on NASCAR.com, maybe on the news of the day, if it becomes an issue. But right now it looks like everything is under control. The NASCAR officials all throughout this garage area. There's so many officials that work this garage area. And you see right there, hold on. Just trying to get that spacer out. There's a spacer. Okay. See that little silver piece that he's moving right there. Trying to get those spacers in place here on the roof flaps. 4 minutes to go, and there's Casey Kane's car. Well, because of all this hubbub here, I don't think we're going to be showing you every car in the garage area. We haven't got that many shout-outs. So, in a way, GarageCam guy, slight fail. But we're doing our best to show you as much as we can. So, thanks for being patient with us, everybody here on NASCAR.com. Here's Tony Stewart's number 14 car. Definitely need to take a look at this car right here, because Tony Stewart has been the man at Daytona, especially here in this July race. So look out for this car here this weekend. There's Paul Menard's number 27 machine, the number 78 machine of Kurt Busch. The number 24 car of Jeff Gordon. Let's go back out in the sunshine here. Yeah, we missed a decent amount of drivers, but we had some good conversation at the beginning there. And we're finding out some good things, like some of these spacers on the roof flaps. The adjustments that NASCAR is having these teams make. You saw in the Nationwide Series, there was a little tweak to the rules and the shorter spoiler. NASCAR constantly working with these teams on making these race cars not only more competitive, but as equal as possible. So it all goes into the driver's hands. Here's Matt Kenseth's car, the Husky car. Bronson Stafford, Matt Kenseth Husky Tools, Toyota, please. This is the car you want to see. And you see Ratcliffe in the bunch working still on that roof flap. There's Matt Kenseth walking to his car. Let's scroll on down here. Show you there's Harv. And there's Gil Martin. Gil Martin shining up the car. How you doing with the shining process?
Man, I'm not really good. They won't let me do hardly nothing on this thing, so I'm trying to use this rag, and I'm not good at it.
Wax on, wax off.
Yeah.
Sloth Fingers. Hey, Matt, Louisiana. Well wishes. The whole USA wants to see the number 29 go Harvick. Yes, a lot of people love this paint scheme indeed here. This beautiful patriotic scheme Kevin Harvick and the Budweiser crew is sporting here this weekend. There's the Pete car. Whistle is blowing. Whistle blew already. How many minutes do we have? 1 minute until it's go time. And these crews are thrashing right now. You see Carl Edwards rushing to get behind the wheel of his car. Car starting up right now. We'll get out of the way as Carl rolls out. That way we don't get run over. All right, it's almost go time, so you know what that means. We're going to try to give you the best look we can at as many cars leaving this garage area as humanly possible without A, being run over, or B, tripping and falling. Dale Earnhardt Jr. to this raucous crowd on top of the garage area here in the Sprint Fan View fan deck. The Sprint fan deck, a great experience if you're a race fan here at Daytona. A bird's eye view of the garages inside and out. Man, we have a lot of fun doing GarageCam for you guys. Unpredictable, you never know what you're going to see. You never know if Cam Guy's going to miss a big chunk of the garage like he did. Next week, when we're doing this, I will try my best to get every single car, so nobody here feels left out on GarageCam. There's the number 43 of Aaron Camarola, the 39 of Ryan Newman. These cars rolling out onto the track for the first time here at Daytona. The first practice for this big summer 4th of July 400 weekend. Paul Menard walking to his car. The mayor, Jeff Burton. There's the teammates. They pushed to victory at Talladega. Can they do it again? Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Jeff Burton now motioned out. And here comes the second half of the garage. Bobby Labonte, Miss Danica Patrick, Casey Mears, and you heard from David Stremme. And here's that number 30 Lean One car. And as the 83 rolls by on a beautiful day here in Daytona Beach, Florida, the world's center of speed. If you haven't been here, get your butt down to Florida. Get you a beach chair, some suntan lotion out. It's a hot one, but you're going to see some hot action on the track. Reporting live from Daytona, I'm your host of GarageCam, Matthew Dillner, enjoying life because we're at a NASCAR racetrack. And until next time, we'll see you at the races.